What's going on, dudes? It is Kolosalus here, and today I decided to do something a little different. Today we are back to Heroes of the Storm universe, and a new hero just released. And as most of you guys know, I am not a huge StarCraft fan, so of course I didn't pre-order the expansion itself. And people who pre-order the expansion, they get Artanis, who is the new hero, the new warrior hero from StarCraft universe. They get him for free, basically, a week early, and it kind of sucks that you have to that other people have to wait. But of course, Blizzard has to do their bullshit marketing, and that's how it is. So today, I wanted to give you guys my first impressions and my theory crafting with Artanis. So let's see. He is a warrior hero, and his abilities. So I'm gonna toggle minions here. So it looks like we have our Q ability, Blade Dash, Dash Forward. Okay, so I've seen this one. I've seen a couple of streams. So what this will do, this is a skill shot in front of you. It's very, very weird. It's super awkward. I don't know. It's like this dash that you can get stunned out of. For example, I'm here, and if I get stunned, if I get displaced at any point during this dash, I'm gonna stay in that place, and I'm not gonna come back. So basically, this dash basically 100% depends on 100% depends on the enemy displacement and crowd control. Anyway, you can go through walls with this, so you can get somebody, you can catch somebody off. I don't see any other place. It's just a very nice ability. It looks very sick, but you have to be careful to not get crowd controlled and not, for example, basically get stuck in the middle of the enemies. On our W ability, we have the Twin Blades. So basically, what happens is you attack. You activate, and then your next two basic attacks will deal. They will basically attack immediately. But what's a very nice thing about it is, so let's say you can attack, and then you time it, and then after you press W, you immediately attack. So it's the same as Arthas. When you attack, and you press your trait. When you press your trait, you attack instantly. That's the same. So I'm attacking, bam, bam. And I press W, and then he attacks immediately. So you have to remember to time it right. And then on our E ability, this is very weird. I was initially very excited about this ability, but it's actually very weird. So this is called Void Prism, I think. What it does is, as you saw there, I used it there. Oh, sorry, it's called Face Prism. It switches position with a hero. It's very weird. It's super weird because you won't be able to hit somebody with it if they're running away, and its range is really bad. I thought it would be like a Stitch's hook. That's what I thought it's going to be, but with much more risk involved, because like if you switch positions, you are basically hit. You are basically teleported to the position of the enemy. So for example, if the enemy was in the middle of the if the enemy was in the middle of, for example, a gang of enemies, a huge pack of enemies, you might potentially take a lot of damage, of course. I just love the way that this ability looks. Of course, I have my cooldowns toggled, so I can do this over and over again. But it just looks sick. Look at this. Anyway, yeah. So. So this what you can't also do. I'm gonna untoggle and toggle the minions. So for example, if Arthas was here, if he was attacking the wall, and I did Void Prism on him, Face Prism on him, he would not be teleported over the wall. So you can't punish people for being too greedy with forts and stuff. Which is why I also don't like it. Like for example, Diablo, if somebody's overextending into the forts and you stand over here, you can throw them over the wall, which is pretty cool. You can't do this with Face Prism, and it's hard. It's a hard skill shot to hit. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you guys here. So let Arthas come. Arthas, come here. There we go. So you can see that he was teleported just in front of the wall. And yeah, so the face Face Prism is okay. It's not that good. And then on our D, no, it's not our D, it's our trait, it's our passive. Basically, it's called Shield Overload. What it will do if we are below. Let me actually just try to do this. If I am below 50% of health, I will activate the shield. So I'm getting damage, down to 50%. Come on, do this. Hopefully it'll be enough ammunition. Okay, so there you go. My shield is up, and I have my cooldowns up, so I have to decrease that. But you can see how much damage I'm taking from this shield. This has a 20-second cooldown, but what it will also do... Refresh force. And what it will also do is your basic attack will lower the cooldown of this by 4 seconds each. So you can see how this twin blades, it doesn't scale. The damage doesn't scale from any ability damage. It purely scales off of your basic attack damage. So you can see how, you know, if you have your shield overload, you can see by 4 seconds and 4 seconds, and you can see that you're off cooldown again. So you can see how much potential damage you'll be able to soak. So if I go here and just start auto attacking, you can see bam, another shield, and then after 4 seconds, bam, another shield, and then again waiting for the cooldown twin blade, and then bam, another shield. And you can see how you can decrease your cooldowns by just attacking by auto attacking. And I think people who will see Artanis very, very low, they will chase after him, but this is a character which you shouldn't do unless you have a couple of people chasing him, not one, because he'll be able to trail with you any day, any night, because of that shield overload. So yeah, a very good trait. I very much enjoy this mechanic of being under 50% of health, which is basically what you want to do as Artanis. So yeah, so those are the basic abilities. He looks pretty cool as well. I wonder what's the master skin like. Anyway, so for our talents, I'm gonna give you guys. I actually went over the TheoryCraft already, and I basically figured out what I think will be the best option. So on level 1, you have Kaidarian Resonance. So basically, this makes your... If you miss your face prism, you won't be punished as much for it. I guess that's how I would say it. So basically, what happens is the cooldown is decreased by 8 seconds. So you only have 6-second cooldown, and your mana is refunded. Again, face prism not the best ability, so I wouldn't go for this one. Reactive Party, on the other hand, is amazing. Activating Twin Blades reduces the damage received from the next basic attack, hero basic attack, by 50%. This can store up to 2 charges. How sick is this? Every 4 seconds, for 25 mana, you can have, of course, 2 basic attacks, basically immediately, and a block stack. Excuse me. And a block stack. That's just sick. I think this is the go-to talent here. But there are some other choices. We also have Amateur Opponent. What this will do, this will increase your Twin Blades damage, at basic attack, to minions, to non-heroic enemies. So everything like structures as well. So if you want to go for jungle build or siege build, there you go. You can have Amateur Opponent. And another option here, which is very, very interesting, would be Seasoned Marksman, because of course this is because Twin Blades doesn't scale again off of ability damage; it scales off basic attack damage. So if you increase your basic attack damage with your Seasoned Marksman, your Twin Blades will be hitting harder. So on this level range, I would go either for Reactive Party, or if you're going for a very offensive build, I would go for Seasoned Marksman. You can go for that. On this level range, we have Shield Battery. What it will do, it reduces shield overload to cooldown by 6 seconds if it lasts for the full duration. Again, your shield will probably not last for your full duration, and 6 seconds is not that big of a deal. Really, yeah, it's not that big of a deal because you are auto attacking anyway, and you will be, and every single auto attack will reduce it for 4 seconds. So I think it's just underwhelming, because when you're below 50% and you're taking damage, you're probably in a team fight which your shields will always be basically depleted by your enemy. So I think this is not going to come into play at all. Lethal Alacrity. Is it Alacrity or Alacrity? Alacrity, I think. Increases the range and speed of the blade dash. This is pretty good. Let me actually take this and show you. So we have, so you extend the range, and then your enemies basically have less time to basically stun you, to crowd control you once you're in your halfway position. You know what I mean? So you can keep doing this. You can see it's much quicker, and you have a little bit more range. The range is not the best idea, but just the speed itself might be a very good idea. We're gonna reset talents. At the Chrono Surge, what it will do is hitting enemy Face Prism gains 25% bonus attack speed. Again, Face Prism not the best ability to spec for, especially when it's 70 mana. It costs you 70 mana plus it has a 14-second cooldown. Plus, you will not always need this. Like, for example, like if I use the Face Prism here, I'm away from my enemy, and I can't immediately use my attack speed, my attack speed boost. So that's the potential problem. And then the one I think will be the best on this level range is Templar's Zeal. Blade Dash recharges faster when at low health. So when you're below 50, your Blade Dash you'll basically be able to spam your Blade Dash. So I don't know. I'm gonna let the enemies attack me here. Actually, I'm just gonna go to the structures.
The future is ours.
Come on. Yeah. So we picked that up. So there we go. So we're gonna use the dash here. Dash, and I have to toggle off my cooldowns. Dash, and you can see how much faster it goes by 75% more. So we're basically reducing this cooldown to be like about 5 seconds. I'm gonna use it again. I'm actually below 50% right now because of the structures are okay. Reset force. There we go. Again, boom. I'm gonna use this. And you can see how fast it goes. It's basically we're waiting 0.25 seconds for every second, so which is huge. And then, but what this ability might do to you, this Templar's Zeal, is instead of actually waiting for a cooldown, you might be actually running out of mana because you'll be able to spam it so much. Again, I really like this idea of getting some bonus under 50% of health. I always like to do that when I'm playing heroes. So I think this is going to be the best choice, or your lethal acrosity will be another one. On level 7, we have Warp Sickness. Face Prism slows enemies. So this could potentially be pretty good. So for example, if you actually land the prism, you will slow them for 30% of their movement speed for 3 seconds, which is pretty bad. It's pretty good. You might be able to gank, but again, I don't think this is good to basically be speccing for. Solarite Reaper. Increase the damage of the first Blade Dash by 150%, which is huge. Or you have Psionic Synergy. Every time the Blade Dash hits an enemy hero, it reduces shield's overload cooldown by 4 seconds. Not really that good. You'll be auto-attacking anyway, to reduce the cooldown. So again, I don't think this is pretty good. I don't think this is good either. I think Solarite Reaper is the way to go, or follow through. If you think about it, you will be able to use your Twin Blades every 4 seconds. So basically every time you use your Twin Blades, the auto attack after the Twin Blades will be buffed by 40%. So which is pretty huge. Again, you have you can use your Twin Blades, use your Blade Dash, and your Twin Blades again, and then your Blade Dash cooldown will be off already, especially if you're below 50%. So follow through might be the way to go, or Solarite Reaper. Solarite Reaper. Let's see the damage. So on the first dash we do. I didn't see. Come on. 125, and then. Fuck! I didn't see. Come on. Okay, we do about 375. So when we pick this up, we do 313 and then 375. So you can see how it scales up your damage. Almost. So you basically deal the double damage of the first. Oh, it's more than double damage. It's like it's 150%. So it's so it's more than double damage. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the way to go, or the follow through talent. It depends on like what you'll be speccing for more of a warrior role or more of a assassin-y kind of role. I really like the new kind of breed of warriors where they are more bruisers and they can actually deal some potential damage. Anyway, On level 10, suppression, we have suppression pulse. This is gonna basically deal some damage and blind everybody in the circle for how many seconds? For 4 seconds. So this could be huge, you know. You use it again. It's pretty sick. You know, it doesn't deal too much damage. You can see it only does like 25%. Sorry, 250 damage on level 20. Because that's what we are right now. But yeah, let's see the other one. Reset talent, parry, zeal, reaper, purifier beam. Purifier beam will basically, after a short channeling time, bam, it just starts dealing damage, and you can see, but it's not that actually. It starts dealing damage to everything around the hero as well. You know, in the close proximity, which is pretty good. But I don't know. You can see that Artanis can easily outrun him, and he's supposed to be a slow walking hero. So it'll be fine for like team engagements. Anyway, you know, like your enemies will basically change their position anyway, right? So I'm not sure about this purifier beam. I think it will be, even though this other heroic is slightly worse, as in like, you know, the damage and everything. I think it will still be a very nice utility. One thing to note about both of these heroics, that they can be cast globally. So, you know, I can just cast it, you know, on anything basically that I see. So, you know, I'm basically, I can make my way right here, and as long as I have the vision, I can just post it down on, you know, on Artanis, and which is pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can do it globally. Anyway, so on level 13 we have Face Bulwark. Shield Overload reduces incoming ability damage. So again, against like Jaina, Kolosalus, and people, that this could be useful. Triple Strike. Twin Blades strikes 3 times. Pretty good, which means, you know, you basically get another. You will get another attack basically instantly out of your basic attacks, which is pretty sick. Graviton Vortex. Face Prism pulls another enemy hero. Okay, so if there's another hero in the, you know, in a close proximity around the first hero you land the Face Prism on, it will pull him as well, which is not that good because you want to use your Face Prism to separate your enemies, not get them together there. So I don't think this is a good pickup at all. Again, specking for Face Prism is not that good. And you have Burning Rage, a very standard talent for warriors. So I think the Triple Strike is going to be the way to go. Again, if you're going for more of a survivor build and you're facing like a lot of mage damage, like Kolosalus, Nova, Jaina, I don't know, Falstad with the ability damage build, you might actually go for the face bulwark. But other than that, I think Triple Strike is the way to go. On level 16, you have Shield Surge. Shield Surge. Shield Overload grants a burst of shields. So increases the shield overload shields by 50%, but decays to the normal amount over 3 seconds. Okay, so at the beginning, it gives you a huge amount of bursty shield, but then after 3 seconds, it just scales back. So for the last 2 seconds of the yes, so the shields are for 5 seconds. So for the first 3 seconds, you'll get a huge amount of shield. And then it will scale back to the normal amount for the last 2 seconds, which is pretty big. Actually, I like this. I like this shield surge. We have Zealot Charge. Twin Blades causes you to charge, which is pretty cool. So if we choose this, so you can see with a Triple Strike, we're able to basically to charge Artanis. So if he's running away and I activate this, I can charge into him, which lets us, you know, which lets us do some crazy stuff. Like I'm gonna activate it and then, you know, bam, I'm basically right next to him and I'm gonna deal my damage again. So this is not a bad choice either. Let's reset the talents again. Triple. Fuck! I picked up the wrong talent. Fuck. Okay, we're just gonna go with whatever we have here. Okay, on next one we have Titan Killer. Twin Blades deal more damage versus heroes. This is pretty sick. I actually do enjoy this. Twin Blades attack against heroes deal additional 2.5% of the target's maximum health. So again, in the current meta where you have, you know, especially in the hero league where you have the double support, especially in the competitive where you have double warrior compositions now. This might be a pretty good thing to pick up. You know, it's gonna scale up your damage significantly against warriors. Again, against like squishy heroes, it's not going to be that great, but again, it's going to be a slight boost of damage anyway. And we have Psionic Wound. Twin Blade's final strike causes enemy heroes to become vulnerable for 2 seconds, increasing all damage taken by 25%. Huh. That is pretty good. Damn, all of those picks are very, very good. Zealot Charge has its use. Titan Killer has its use, where you're facing a lot of tanks. Psionic Wound has a pretty good use against. Again, I think it will be a really hard thing to coordinate because it's only 2 seconds. But still, if somebody's in the front line, you want to melt them as quickly as possible. So using your twin blades on them will be pretty good with Psionic Wound. And then also Shield Surge. If you're facing a lot of like focusing on you as Artanis, you might go for Shield Surge. So this level range is actually pretty interesting. So let's reset our talents and let's go for our build. So we pick up a Reactive Parry, and then we pick up Templar's Zeal, then Solarite Reaper, then a Suppression Pulse, and then Triple Strike. Again, if you're picking up Triple Strike, probably Psionic Wound is not the best thing to do, just because you won't be hitting your Psionic Wound, on basically as quick with your third strike as with your second. It'll be just a split of a second later, but still it will be a little later. So probably if you want to use Psionic Wound, you won't be using Triple Strike. You'll be using something like a Face Bulwark or Burning Rage. But on this level range, I think I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go for like Zealot Charge. I very much enjoy this ability, especially for chasing targets. And then on level 20, let's see what we have. We have Suppression Pulse gains an additional charge. So Suppression Pulse gains additional. What's its cooldown? Cooldown of 50 seconds, which is not that good, which is not that bad. Suppression Pulse gains additional charge. There's a 10-second cooldown between uses. So even though you have another additional charge, you have 10 seconds cooldown, which I don't think is that good. I think I would much rather just wait the additional 40 seconds to use it and already have the second charge. I mean, I think that the 10-second cooldown is what breaks it for me. I mean, if there will be like a charge, I can use it once, and then like after like 2-3 seconds, I can use it another time. I think that would be pretty good. But with 10 seconds cooldown, I'm not sure. Purifier Beam recast if target dies. Again, you probably won't be killing too many heroes with this. Maybe if they're very, very low, but even if they're very low, then I don't know if this will be any kind of any useful. We have Force of Will, increases shield overload basic attack reduction. So increase shield overload cooldown reduction from basic attacks to 6 seconds. So this will decrease your cooldown reduction with your basic attacks to 6 seconds instead of 4 seconds, which I don't think is that good. Again, he doesn't have any escapes on level 20, which is pretty weird. Basically take under consideration that he has no escapes. You might think that this is his escape. No, because you come back right to your old place. Anyway, and then you have Nexus Blades, which I think will be the way to go, honestly. I don't think Force Will is that good of an option. Of course, it increases your reduction by 2 seconds every auto attack. How big is this? So let's say we attack 4 times for 416, 424. So I guess, yeah, so if we pick up Twin Blades, with the Triple Strike, and we pick up Force of Will, you will basically be able to redo this cooldown with just 1 Triple Strike. Which I guess is not that bad. So I guess we shall see. I think Nexus Blades will still be the build. So you guys can see. We picked up Reactive Parry, Templar's Zeal, Solarite Reaper, Suppression Pulse, Triple Strike. On this range you can pick up anything. You have to basically spec it to whatever you're facing off and whatever you want to build for. And then on level 20 I picked up you either pick up Force of Will and Nexus Blades. Shut your mouth, Arthas. Yeah, so very, very interesting character. I am genuinely pretty interested in how it will play out, how it will fit into the current meta. Yeah, pretty sick. Let's see how quickly we can clear out this camp. So I come in here. Of course, I have my cooldowns turned off, so this is not a nice. This is not a good representation. But I do also like his sounds, you know, his sound design. Again, the design of the character is pretty damn good. You know, I very much enjoy that I'm able to play my favorite heroes out of sorry about my phone. Out of Blizzard's entertainment, you know, any kind of franchise. Yeah, so Artanis is a very nice warrior. I mean, he more of looks to me like he's a assassin kind of thing. But when you look at his shield overload and you actually do get below 50% of health, you might actually see how he becomes a bruiser warrior, more of a type. I'm very excited for Artanis to come to the whole public, not just people who pre-order StarCraft. I think that psychology of stuff is just horseshit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of a TheoryCraft session. And if you do, leave me a comment. Let me know that you guys enjoyed this and you want you want this to be done for every hero that comes out. You know, in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I think there'll be a vlog coming tomorrow. I have to thank you guys for all the support, for the 500 subscribers that you guys got me to, and I also have some news to tell you, some good, some bad ones. And yeah, so again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace on the motherfucking streets, boy.